invited guests, a team of international, the acting Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, this me.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I won't be long at all. The good doctors have already spoken, but as I was sitting down and thinking about what to say, what came home to point was out of the team that's here, obviously the two doctors, Dr. Parmanand and Dr. Alim Shah. One's from Lambasa and the other one's from Ba. Terrible rugby teams, but very good soccer teams. Ba, of course, does a lot of funny things when it comes to soccer. But it brings home the point, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a lot of Fijians out overseas, former Fijians, who are now coming back home. And in fact, who can make a very worthy contribution to the country of their birth. And we, of course, have been encouraging that. The fact that now Dr. Parmanand will get back his Fijian citizenship is actually is something that was not allowed before. Fiji now, of course, allows multiple citizenships. The Honourable Prime Minister at the moment is just finished in Canada. As we speak, he's actually in USA and actually addressing in a few hours' time the Fijian diaspora in California. It's the first time he's actually going to San Francisco to address literally hundreds of Fijians. And this is the wonderful opportunity that with the Fijian diaspora, there are many Fijians, former Fijians, who actually have done very well in their respective fields. And we can now actually attract them to come back home. And of course, in this particular instance, the two good doctors have brought in others who are not Fijians, but it would appear that they have adopted Fiji as their home. And we'd like to thank them for that, for generating that interest. And you know, it is great to have this facility. Health, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is a very emotional issue. It's not like fixing up a mobile telephone or getting a telephone line put in. Health is something that affects you personally, it affects your family members personally, causes people to cry, it causes people to get stressed out. It, of course, has an enormous, apart from the individual family connection or issue pertaining to emotions, it also has an enormous impact on the productive capacity of your country. So if you have young people who are actually getting ill, who are getting sick, who are suffering a cardiovascular event, then obviously it reduces the capacity of our country in terms of productivity. We have seen many countries in Africa, for example, the productive capacity of those countries went significantly down when HIV spread. And generally it was the younger people who actually caught HIV, which meant people at the peak of their careers actually weren't contributing at all. So similarly, if you have people in Fiji getting cardiovascular events at the age of 40 or even the 50s, or even in the mid-30s, then we are depriving ourselves of their intellectual input, of their productive capacity into our country, which will actually cause will be detrimental to us. So it is, of course, fantastic to have this facility here. Government, as you know, for the past number of years has been increasing significant amounts of money into the health budget. This year it's in excess of $300 million. Only about 18 months or 2 years ago, we gave our doctors a pay rise up to 80%. And again, their salaries are getting reviewed with the idea that they actually stay within the country to provide them better investments. There is no doubt that Fiji, for a number of decades, actually has failed to invest in its human capital, in particular in the health sector. So as a result of that, we do have a lack of specialists, we do have a lack of exposure. And therefore, this is why such a facility with these good doctors, with their level of experience, their level of exposure, their level of expertise, and the people they'll be able to bring together with them, the technical, the experts, they of course are now bringing a new era, if you like. And government, of course, encourages private sector investment in the health space, because government, of course, cannot do it alone when you have to play catch up for about past 30-40 years of neglect. So to get the private sector participating with government, collaborating with government, we'll be able to provide that level of service to ordinary Fijians. Of course, our main target group are ordinary Fijians who cannot access these sorts of facilities, or it is beyond them to be able to afford such facilities. I completely agree with the medical tourism. Of course, that there is enormous potential there too, and Nandi, of course, is the hub. I also like to, as we've said on the record, We are currently exploring opportunities with the Lotoko Hospital with another PPP, and we hope to have that sort of come to the fore sometime early next year. Again, that will present a number of opportunities in some of the other fields of medicine. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to, without speaking for too long, thank good doctors from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for this initiative, because you of course now put Fiji in a particular level of medical care that we did not enjoy, of course, before. And we hope to now, of course, continue to enjoy this. The government is here, of course, to support you, and we will facilitate whatever requirements you have. And you very much now, you've got all the approvals, and we look forward to working together with you. I would also urge those entrepreneurs in this room, and maybe this facility here can look at that. Whilst I understand, you know, you can, I think the first tent is about 12,000. About 12,000. Now, they are, of course, and government, of course, is looking at this at the moment, but we could also set up a foundation where people below a particular income level who actually came and had to use these facilities, that the foundation could actually subsidize their cost too. This particular facility, of course, needs to run, they need to meet their own costs. But there's a form of subsidization that we could do, and government could also partner with that foundation. I see McDonald's here, of course, and this would be a good way to promote McDonald's too. But I mean, I think a lot of other entrepreneurs I've seen in this room, you could actually do that. And this facility can actually, you know, help those, because there may be people, of course, who may not be able to afford $12,000 because they may be earning only $15,000 a year. So those people targeted, if we have means tested, we could then be able to provide a particular level of service or assistance to them to be able to access these facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Again, Dr. Parmanand, I'd like to thank you, in particular with all the work you've been doing with the past over a decade or so in coming back home. I'm very interested in your vision, in your dreams. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen, that as a country, as a government also, we continue to tap into and eke out the intellectual and the knowledge base that exists both back in home and outside our country to be able to deliver the best services to all Fijians. Also, thank you, Dr. Alim, for your work here too. And also all these, what we would say now, the honorary Fijians who've been coming to Fiji. Thank you very much for your input, and we look forward to working with you and wish you all the best. Naka, thank you very much. No. No, come on this way. Okay. There you go. That's good. That's good. So we'll walk it as if coming with the shoe. Oh yeah. So we'll walk it as we normally would with the patient. So this is making sure it's secure. This is the recovery space. 6 hours. And the light. Now this is the actual machine that does this, but what I see it is a Siemens machine, yes. And I should actually introduce Tim. I'm not saying this because he's here, but then you can go look it up. These are some of the best machines in the world. Those walls is the actual grinding system for this. And basically you operate on this table. That speed is 14,000 of inches. It's like if you measure something this way and then you turn sideways, it measures differently. But you do it differently and then you average it.
Smile, please.